How's everybody doing? We're going to talk about emotional eating. And I want to tell you 4 differences between physical hunger and emotional hunger. So we can be aware when we are eating our emotions. This is a big struggle of mine, which is why I've done some research on it and have tried my best to understand it, because I feel like the more we are aware, the more we can control it. Emotional eating is really hard to control, right? It's because it's emotional. We're satisfying an emotional need, so it's really hard to resist. And it's impulsive too, because we can feel an emotion really quickly and then in an impulse just start eating our emotions with junk food and salty food and foods that give us just stomach aches, and then we're mad at ourselves. And then because we're mad at ourselves, we eat more. And it becomes a vicious cycle that spirals and spirals. I have experienced this. I still experience it. I have not mastered emotional eating. It is something that I think I will always struggle with, but I know that being aware of the differences between when I'm physically hungry and when I'm emotionally hungry helps me in the moment. Being aware is power. Knowledge is power, and that's what we want. We want to live our best lives, be the best versions of ourselves. And we can do that when we are aware of what we're doing and make small changes in our lives. We don't have to be perfect, but if we're aware of what we're doing and we can make small changes towards progress, that's when we win. That's when we have small victories. And that's why I want to share this with you. Difference number 1 between physical hunger and emotional hunger. So physical hunger comes on gradually. Okay, it can be postponed. We start to feel hunger pains and we start maybe thinking about what we're going to eat to satisfy that hunger. Where emotional hunger comes on suddenly. It feels urgent and it needs to be satisfied now. And I think that's why we fall into these spirals of emotional eating, is because it is an urgent emotional thing that we are trying to satisfy. So when we're physically hungry, we gradually feel our hunger pains coming on. When we're emotionally hungry and eating our emotions, it is an urgent feeling that comes on suddenly and must be satisfied in the moment. So that's difference number 1. Okay, number 2, physical hunger can be satisfied with any type of food. So greens, vegetables, fruits. Where emotional hunger causes specific cravings, okay? So pizza, chocolate, ice cream. So there's a big difference between our physical hunger and our emotional hunger. And that is when we have a specific craving that needs to be satisfied in the moment, we know that we are eating our emotions and we are eating emotionally. Number 3. Physical hunger, once you start feeling full, you can stop eating. So you have a plate of food and you're starting to feel full and you can push that away and say, okay, I'm done, I'm satisfied. Emotional hunger, you are going to eat more than you normally would, and you are going to eat until you are uncomfortably full. So that's a huge one. If you know that when you're eating, you can stop because you feel satisfied when you're full, awesome. But if you just want to keep eating and keep eating and keep eating to the point where you feel sick and you have a stomach ache, you know you're eating your emotions and it's an emotional moment. All right, number 4, physical hunger causes satisfaction. We feel good when we're done eating. We feel full, we feel satisfied, and we don't have any guilt at all about it. Whereas emotional hunger leaves you feeling guilty, like the woman in the picture that I started the broadcast with. She has a very frustrated feeling on her face. We can see it. She's mad at herself. She's upset. She feels guilty with herself because she indulged in cakes and ice cream and cupcakes. And she's feeling uncomfortably full, and she is feeling guilty and upset with herself. So those are my 4 differences between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Okay? Physical hunger comes on gradually. It can be postponed. You feel satisfied. Any type of food satisfies your hunger pains. You can stop eating once you're full, and you feel satisfied once you've ate. Emotional hunger comes on suddenly. There's an urgency about it. It causes specific cravings like pizza, chocolate, ice cream. You're going to eat more than you normally would. You're going to feel uncomfortably full, and you're going to feel guilty and upset after you've done it. So there you have it, guys. I hope that is helpful in your next emotional eating or physical eating that you do, that you can just be aware of what is happening. I personally deal with emotional eating a lot. I eat when I'm happy. I eat when I'm sad. I eat when I'm excited, and I eat when I'm stressed. I mean, I really eat my emotions, and I've dealt with that most of my life. And I know that being aware of this helps us conquer it. So I hope this helps. Goodbye, everyone.